D as in Dow.
Coming to you live from the back of a brontosaurus is the Dow Eternal. Oh hey homies, what up? Everyone cash in on those sweet Season 1 rewards? Yeah, your boy got about 6k, got some Crimson. Trying to wait till level 7 to buy some more stuff with that Crimson. Hope that I can get some, I don't know, Goliath cards or something. He did get nerfed a little bit with the stone form changes, but he's still a boss. Alright, let's get into it. Wins. Okay. Yeah, let's check this out. Alright, so we got James and Dong Yun. Dong Yun? Young Dong? Just saying. Alright, so James, he's got the Frost Orb leader. That Frost Orb's cool. Freezes enemies, holds them in place. They do a little bit of damage while they can't move. Or, excuse me, they receive extra damage. 5% at lower levels, I think 10 at higher levels while they are frozen for a few seconds. When you have a leader ability, that same target gets procced 3 times. So it can lock down an area of units for almost 7 seconds, which is really significant. You throw that down on a tower and some defenders while you guys are pushing, and it gives you plenty of time to mop up everyone and do a lot of damage to the tower while preventing it from shooting you. I don't think it's the highest tier for a leader ability, but it is nice, and if you have a nice supporting cast of cards around it, you can do very significant damage. Dong, on the other hand, has a giant leader. I don't know about giant. With the changes to Goliath, giant is maybe a little bit better because it's not the only 8-cost tank around. It has this AoE swing, which seems cool, but it does no damage. So it can mop up some Scullies, but short of that, it's not really doing much. Has plenty of health, like a tank should. Slow. With a leader ability, it gets an AoE stun, which at highest levels, I think it lasts for 2 seconds. Stuns are cool, but I don't know, if you want a stunning tank, I think I like Marauder better anyway. The one perk that you get from it is that when it dies, if it falls forward into a tower, at the highest level, I think it does about 1,000 damage. So that's a nice little chunk of damage. But I don't know. I don't think he's worth the leader slot. But maybe Dong will show me wrong. Let's get into it. Alright, Mana Siphon right away from James. Places it safely in the middle. Got some Zealots in the back from Dong. He's also doing his Siphon. Just kind of playing the waiting game. Alright, when you see Zealots walking towards your tower, alone in a lane, if your opponent doesn't put anything with them, don't play any card to counter them. You just let them walk into your tower. They don't do that much damage. It's totally fine. He doesn't listen to my advice. Play some wolves. Get some villagers. Stonecutter goes for the Mana Siphon right at the end of its life, so it doesn't really matter. Crypt takes some hits. That's kind of significant. Marksman comes up top, and he's defended by the wolves. The gremlin's going to take him out. Bros on the bottom, they get bombied. Frozen Tower, not doing any damage. On the 3rd proc right there. Bombi dies there. Zealots clean up the skellies on the bottom, and a Mana Siphon comes back for Dong. Alright, we got the giant up top. He's walking. Bros on the bottom. Little split push action. Gremlin's going to clean up everything on the bottom pretty easily. Up top, we got wolves trying to clean up that giant. Little stonecutter. Now this is exactly how you want it to go. Giant's got the aggro. Stonecutter's doing all the damage. The giant's going to take a lot of tower hits before it goes down. So if you're playing something like this, this is the way you want it to go. Gets frozen, so it delays a lot of damage, but there's not really much up top to do damage to those units. Crypt's coming out, Tower's still doing some shots, Stonecutter's still doing some damage, but he resets and goes to the middle tower. He's done. Bros from both sides come out on top, and that top tower is going down. Nice push by Dawn. Alright, everyone dies, and time for a little reset. They both got siphons in hand, so they could do that to delay even further. Siphon comes out. Now, I don't really know about the... Well, there it is. I don't know about the placement there, I was saying, because by placing that siphon right there, now Dong is correctly identified that he can throw a hammer on top, which will take out the siphon and do significant damage to that bottom tower. If James had played that siphon to the west of the bottom tower, but out of range of it, then a hammer could have been thrown on it, but he wouldn't have gotten the additional damage on the tower as well. It's probably not going to be the end of the day, but it's little things that add up and make a big difference. Villagers come out. Got a crypt behind him. Some zealots behind that. There'll be plenty to clean up some stuff. And the marksman's coming in, doing some damage. Bombi takes care of all of that, though. Stonecutter comes in, takes a lot of damage on the way over. Gets taken out real quick. Giant on the bottom now. He gets surrounded by wolves. They're all frozen. Wolves doing some work. Got plenty of time to do it, along with their little villager buddies. Zealots come in. They're going to shoot pretty much everything. Another interesting siphon there. Could have played it behind, but decides to play it in front. I guess as a defensive move. Marksman comes out. He's going to shoot those zealots and gets gremlined. Crypt in the middle, taken out by the villagers. And some bros come out, along with some more villagers. Stonecutter gets frozen next to the tower. That's actually a pretty cool move. Gives everyone plenty of time to do damage. And maybe snag that Stonecutter. Bombi comes in. Great play of Bombi. Takes out everything. Stonecutter. He's aggroed on the crypt, so he doesn't get all the damage he needs for that bottom tower. But a hammer will do it. Boom. GG. And who knows? Maybe that last hammer wouldn't have done enough damage if that initial hammer that took out the siphon wouldn't have been next to that tower. It's little things, y'all. Adds up. Let's do one more. Yeah. All right, we got Pomo 110 and Popeye. So Pomo, it's got the marksman leader. Marksman leader, full disclosure, is my favorite currently. I think with the recent patch changes, marksman just got a lot better. I think it was already good and maybe a little underappreciated, but with the new Windweaver unit, he is the perfect range counter for it. It's even an unupgraded marksman, not in the leader slot, has plenty of range to take out a Windweaver. I think it's in 2 shots, although it could be 1, depending on how leveled up it is. And that Windweaver is going to be causing a lot of problems for a lot of people. Melee champions are not good against it, with the exception of Iscariot, who can dash in through the wind and still do damage. So I can see marksman being used a bit more. As a leader, it takes its already long range, and with the first upgrade adds 2 meters in game, fully upgraded adds 3 meters, which is about 3 miles in game. It's incredible. They can play significantly behind the mid-court line, which means that in order to be taken out by your opponent, they have to play a spell on it. They play a hammer, they're going down 1 mana. Things like Marauder that are nice little counters at the mid lane. they're not as effective. Bombi can't always get to it. So it's definitely really strong. You have to build out a deck with some champions to go in front of it. But if you have a balanced deck, it's actually a really, really solid leader, I think. Popeye, on the other hand, he's running Werewolf. Starts off spawned as a little villager. I think if you kill it as a villager, it has less health and then it doesn't turn into that wolf. I don't see that happen all the time, but it is possible. Just a little note. Then transforms into a werewolf. He's kind of like Iscariot Light. Does some damage. He's an assassin. Attacks pretty quick. If you tie him up with a Frost Orb or something, he can be taken out pretty quick as well. And with the leader ability, when he does that transform, he spawns 4 wolves right around him. It just gives him a little extra swarm action. Helps to get some of the aggro off him as well. I don't know if it's worth it as a leader ability. But, you know, dogs. Alright. Poemon's going to Mana Siphon. He's going to play it right behind that tower. Popeye does the same spot. Alright, we get a solo gremlin. I don't know how I feel about that. Gets off 1 shot. Skulls come in, do some significant damage. Bros give a little love tap, do a quarter damage. Marksman comes in late. Stonecutter up top. He shows up, aggro's the crypt. Bombi comes in to clean up all the units that have spawned up there. There's a wolf hitting a marauder, little marksman off, and Pomo's marksman with the range gets a nice advantage. And look at that, shooting all the way up in the top lane. He's picking people off. It's really great with that range because it slows down his forward push and it allows him to cover 2 lanes. Zealots come in to get that crypt. Marksman's just doing work. He's got plenty of time. Skellies are drawing all the aggro. He's well behind the mid line. Just look at that. The tower was a little over 3/4 health. Now it's almost a quarter. There's been a couple of seconds. He's just going away. Skulls, great counter for Marksman. Marauder, great counter for Skulls. Stonecutter comes up top. Got some bros behind him. They get displaced. Stonecutter chooses a different target. That's a nice way to deal with it. Got some villagers up top and a marksman on that Marauder who's not really doing any damage anyway. Alright, we got a wolf on the bottom. Bombi. Nice little counter. Wolf's doing a bit of damage. Towers are shooting him though. Gremlin's going to clean up the rest. Marksman does some more damage. That bot tower is done. So nice push with the wolf for sure. Bros come in on the bottom. They get slowed down by the Marauder. Draw some aggro, so that tower might live a little bit longer. Stonecutter comes in for the top. Draws crypt aggro, and a marksman's there to take him out. Nice save of that bottom tower. Marauder's walking around. He's lost. Zealots up top, taking out Scullies. We got a marksman. Blue marksman's got tons of range, but gets taken out by a little Hydra action. Wolves come in. There's a Stonecutter, Bombi on the bottom. Now that's how you use Bombi on a tower. Werewolf coming in. He's slashing. Got a marksman behind him. Got Zealots. Got bros. Got a nice push there, and there's nothing Pomo can do about it. Bros come in, clean up a little bit. Useless Hydras on the bottom. Bombi cleans up top. Some villagers come in and take out that Zealot, who didn't really matter anyway. And everyone's just dying in top lane. And there it is. That Mana Siphon by Pomo, that's a concede play. GG. So yeah, Popeye was pretty solidly in the lead pretty much that whole game. He did a really good job of building solid pushes focused around the werewolf. Getting those extra dogs with the leader ability did prove to be quite helpful. Drawing tower aggro off of him, he built up some extra swarm, and it's nice having an assassin attacking through a swarm that's drawing all the aggro, because that's really, they have so little health. being able to do the damage and not take the damage is really how you want to use them.